Welcome to day 19. So this is a really interesting video. This is a story that I've actually never ever told before. There'd only be a few people on this planet that actually remember this. So when I was 21, I got blown up in a switchboard and got burnt and spent a month in the burns unit. At the age of 22, I'm a slow learner, just so that you know. I was working on a guillotine, and a guillotine's an interesting machine where it's got this massive hydraulic press. The guillotine's the size of your bedroom, right? It's this big machine. It's got this big press on it. The press comes down, ka-dunk, and it holds steel in place so that the blade can come down and shear it off, because it needs that stability to hold it, because there's a lot of force as one piece of steel is cut from another. Now, I had to cut a piece of steel this particular day, and I was working with Garry, my old mate, on C shift we were. And I held the piece of steel with these two fingers. So I stuck these two fingers in, not far enough for the blade to chop the end of my fingers off, because you couldn't get that far in, which is a smart thing, safety first. I could get my fingers in, which I didn't realise, under the press. So and it had a foot pedal on it. So as I started the machine, this all happened so fast. The press came down and squashed my two middle fingers, the end of my two middle fingers, and blew the ends of my middle fingers out, which was interesting. And as I pulled my fingers out of this machine, it tore the fingernails off, and they were just hanging on by a tiny bit of thread on each side, and it laid them back on top of my finger. And that's the size of, that's what your fingernails actually look like right there. That's the size of them. They're the same size under your skin as they are on the outside of your skin. That's the shape they are. And so how do I know that? Because I've seen them lying on top of my finger. And so it was left side, and off to get some painkillers, and then the doctors in 𝐒𝐀𝐅𝐄𝐓𝐘, we were living in a little mining town, and they did some painkillers around that part of my finger and blew it right up, and I couldn't feel anything. And it's all pretty gruesome and pretty yuck. And I realised that I'm a slow learner. A year before that, I'd been blown up in a switchboard, and here I am now, lost the use of both my hands at the same time again, about 12 months later. Or about 18 months later, actually. And I've learnt since. I have not had a serious hand injury since, thank God. And my message to you is, don't wait. Work safely before something like that happens, and learn from your mistakes like I didn't. See you tomorrow for day 21.